Every day in our community, people are facing struggles that we may not be aware of. Families are facing stress, kids are facing pressure, people trying to recover are navigating all types of challenges, and that's the gap that we fill here at Prevention Links. These numbers are alarming, but they're even more alarming when you think about the fact that there's a real person tied to every single one of them. And that tells you why our work is more important than ever.
Walking in for the first time is scary. You're hoping that somebody understands. You're hoping that someone sees you. But the moment I walked inside, everything softened, everyone smiled, and they welcomed me like I belonged here.
That first moment that someone walks into one of our centers is everything. They go from feeling alone to feeling connected.
I never realized how many parts of my life needed support until I found a place that helped with them all.
Hi, my name is Maria. I randomly just went online and Google searched things that had to do with addiction and came up with Prevention Links and reached out to them and asked them if they had support groups. And that's how I started the whole thing. I would attend the meetings every week. They were roughly 15 people. Everybody had a different issue, I want to say. It wasn't necessarily the person in the meeting that had the addiction or the mental health issue. It was because of somebody in their family. Just something different. Like, it was like sitting down and talking to your friends and being able to say what you needed to say, and they didn't judge you and they didn't tell you you can't talk, it's not your turn. So that was why I stayed with it for so long. I think that's the only thing that kept me sane, and that's why I participated in them for years. Now I just get really excited about trying to come up with more stuff to do, because I know it helps. I know what it's doing. The fact that I found you guys and I found the support in those meetings, it made me want to keep on doing it and help other people. When I needed, they were there for me.
We're not a single program, we're a whole ecosystem, from prevention to family strengthening to recovery support services, education, community building. It all works together. When I saw our year-end numbers for fiscal year 25 and all of the people we impacted, I was just absolutely blown away. We went from serving 28,000 people in fiscal year 24 to 68,000 people in fiscal year 25. Now you may ask, how did we do that? The truth is that growth was really happening over a period of years where we've been not just onboarding new programs in response to community needs, but expanding the programs that we already have that are working. I think the two major examples, first is our New Jersey Student Support Services program, NJ4S, where we are able to serve students in just about every single school across Union County, providing much needed, absolutely vital social and emotional educational tools, resources, and programs that really help to set our young people up for success. In our Recovery Services division, we've been operating our 3 recovery community centers, and truly we've done it on a very small budget for years and years now. But with an infusion of funds from the New Jersey State opioid settlement, we've been able to expand the staffing at our centers and the operating hours of our programs to where our recovery centers are open almost double what they were open before, and we're able to impact so many more people than we were previously.
This program changed my life.
My name is Susan Klein. I am affiliated with Prevention Links in multiple ways. As a parent of the first graduate of the Recovery High School, she started making progress. It took about 8 weeks. And she finally started making a little bit of progress and began to see, maybe this is not the life that I want to lead. By the time she got out, it was a month before her senior year of high school. And was I going to send her right back to that environment? Or was I going to try to find something different? It was only by chance that one of the FACT ladies had a Xerox copy of some paperwork from the Recovery High School. I went and I met with the staff at the Recovery High School and found out what it was that they did there and was expected. And I was like, okay, let's try this. At first she was like, no. I said, listen, I can't make you do it, but I want you to at least come with me and look at it. I couldn't believe the turnaround. It was probably one of the best things we could have done for her. She was among people who understood how difficult this was for her. She was with other people who were trying to stay clean and sober. They actually even taught her how to go out and have fun with other sober people and still enjoy life. They gave as much weight to her academics as to her recovery. She could learn to live as a clean and sober person. Because the truth is, that's the harder part. That's what the Recovery High School gave her. I think she's coming up on 12 years of sobriety. I am really convinced none of this would have happened if it hadn't been for the Recovery High School. As I become familiar with the other things that Prevention Links is doing, it is mind-blowing how many ways this organization helps the community.
My family finally has support that we never thought we'd get before.
Mi nombre es Mari Gómez, mi niña se llama Luciana. Ya llevo 2 años acá, ya voy para 3. Desde conocerlos a ustedes, la verdad, pues obviamente uno le entra la nostalgia, la familia está lejos. Es difícil. Después, pues, que los fui conociendo a ustedes, pues ya se siente un poquito más calor de mi país. Digamos, ustedes nos ayudan muchísimo. Sí, es una ayuda tanto psicológica como emocional. Si uno llega acá, uno va a sentir el calor familiar. Lo más bonito de eso es que yo puedo también estar con mi niña. Como yo no tengo a quien me la cuide, siempre estoy con ella. Muy bonito porque ella disfruta y yo también estoy ayudando y disfrutando también de esos momentos. Y es bonito también porque ella también está con más niños, comparte con más bebés, con más niños más grandes y también con niños con condiciones. Eso hace que cuando ella crezca, pues no sea como tan diferente con los demás. Es que es indescriptible el sentimiento de verdad de cuando uno llega acá y toda tu vida cambia literal.
These aren't just services, these are lifelines. This place, it didn't just help me, it helped my family. It helped my future.
They don't look for, oh, well, you need a master's degree before you work here. You gotta get your record expunged before you work here. Like, it's none of that. It's like, come as you are. They always try to make it happen. They always try to align you up with, what you like to do and what you can do. And that was the best part because I was myself. I wasn't judged. And I actually had like a second chance. And to be honest, Prevention actually was my first job that I was here for years. They give you a second chance. They're not looking for the fluff. They're not looking for nothing corporate. They take you as your authentic self. And I think that's the part that I really love. But you're able also to learn how to move forward. It was just a beautiful thing. And then at the same time, you're doing what you love, is helping someone. Each area of my life has been in line to help someone. I'm here to spread love everywhere I go. And that's just that, I just move through life. And do I get my times, when I'm like, oh, I get overwhelmed? Yes, we all do. But the biggest thing is getting back up. If it wouldn't be from donations, I don't think I would be sitting here, because imagine if I didn't get that phone call. Imagine if I didn't, have a pathway. Imagine if I didn't have eventually. Everything I just sold you was just swiped away. When you donate for a cause. You're changing lives, and you can actually see it, the proof of it.
When you invest in prevention, when you support recovery, and when you build community, you change everything.
When I walked in, I had no idea how much my life would change. And now I can't imagine my life without this place.
There's more work to do, more people to reach, more doors to open, and we can't do it alone.
When you think you're stuck and you got no way out, there is a way out. There's always a way out. You just gotta learn how to get there. That's what you gotta do. The door will open. All you gotta do is knock.